Welcome to the Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. Recent studies show that laughter can do a great deal for your health by dilating your blood vessels. It increases blood flow, and it has a 20% improvement rate, and it's quite like aerobics in effect. We don't recommend that you get rid of aerobics and just laugh altogether, but we say add a little laughter in your life and have a bit more health. The Hotteok team enjoyed their 7th win in a row last week, and it means they've made our Hall of Fame. We'll begin anew today. Let's welcome today's contenders onto our stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Kin team, Lee Jung-bin and Lee Sang-kyu. So why'd you choose Kin?
Well, first, it sounds fun, and second, it is an abbreviation for the word kinetic. Well, we always try to act something, and we always try to find something interesting, and this is another interesting adventure for us. So it suggests that we always try to act.
All right.
We always try to laugh, as you said.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome to our fun and exciting game.
Thank you.
Welcome to our stage, Kin team, and good luck to you today. Going against Kin, we have the Boris team, Steve Austin and Marilee Briniger, and Boris stands for?
Boris is a Russian for to fight or to battle, and we hope to be able to give Kin a run for their money today.
All right, well, that is a challenge. It's great to have you on our stage, Boris and Kin teams. Good luck to you today. Let's begin our quiz. All right, we will begin with our multiple choice questions. And as you know, today, you guys are starting anew after a 7-time winner. It means you guys will be connecting on to the second part of our quiz. It means that all your points count from the first half. So let's think about that while we go on. And Kin, you get to choose first, Q, U, I, or Z.
I, please.
Going with question set I, number 1. Of the following, when does a new school year start in Korea? 1, January, 2, February, 3, March, 4, April.
3 March.
Very good. Being just out of school yourselves, that wasn't tough. We go to question 2. Of the following, which animal does not exist in reality? 1, phoenix, 2, platypus, 3, pigeon, 4, peacock.
1, phoenix.
Yes. Question 3. Of the following, which country is not in the same group with Korea for the 2006 World Cup in Germany? 1, Saudi Arabia, 2, Iran, 3, Kuwait, 4, Uzbekistan. If you're not sure, you can use chance.
We'll use the chance.
And using chance, we'll get rid of 2 of the incorrect choices. And please choose, Kin.
Number 2, Iran.
And that was a good use of chance. A good guess. And we go to question 4. Of the following, which is thought to be the elemental and invisible? 1, quark, 2, molecule, 3, atom, 4, elementary particle.
I think it is atom. 3, atom.
Actually, it is quark. That is both elemental and indivisible. And Kin, you end the section with 30 points, but we have much of the quiz ahead. Be encouraged. And now, Boris, you are left with Q, U, and Z sets. Which would you like to have?
Z.
Going with question set Z, number 1. Of the following, which is the most appropriate word to fit in the blank? Quote, an apple a day keeps the blank away. 1, friend, 2, teacher, 3, doctor, 4, police.
Doctor.
Yes. Question 2. Of the following, in which country is the driver's seat situated on the other side of an automobile? 1, UK, 2, Germany, 3, USA, 4, Korea.
Go ahead.
If you're not sure, you can use chance.
You don't know?
Chance.
Using chance, we'll get rid of 2 of the incorrect choices for you. And now, Boris, we need your answer.
Number 1, UK.
English cars have the driver's seat on the right side, and we go to question 3. Of the following, which list of song genre and its country is incorrect? 1. Chanson, France. 2. Reggae, Jamaica. 3. Tango, Cuba. 4. Canzone, Italy. Boris, we need your answer.
Okay.
Number 4.
Actually, it is tango, which goes with Argentina. And Boris, you finished this section with 20 points. And Kin, you have the lead with 30 points. We're having humble beginnings today, but luckily for you, you will both go on to the finals. Now, your points do count, so keep that in mind. We've come to our password category section. We'll give you 100 seconds to go through a list of 20 words. Kin, it is your turn first. And your password category is let's take a trip to Asia.
Right.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
S, the capital of Korea.
Seoul.
P, you need this for abroad traveling.
Passport.
Yes. Pass. K, traditional wearing for the Japanese.
Kimono.
Yes. T, of large flood recently.
Tsunami.
Yes. T, actually T, the big structure that can be seen from the moon.
The Great Walls.
Yes. The country.
China.
Stay together. Okay. Pass. 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 The capital city of India.
New Delhi.
The last word.
Delhi.
Yes. Pass. Pass. A, famous place in Cambodia.
Angkor Wat.
Yes. Pass. G, a famous king for cover all the world.
Genghis Khan.
Yes. K, capital city for Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur.
Yes. Pass. T, famous place for India.
Taj Mahal.
Yes. T, large place where a lot of people gathered around.
Tiananmen Square.
Yes. Pass.
Good job, Kim team. You passed on quite a few words, actually. The movie King and I, about the King of Thailand or Siam. The food dim sum and the actor Jet Li, but you have 140 points on the board. Good job. And now, Boris, it is your turn. And are you ready?
I hope so.
Your category is Egypt. Go.
Capital.
Cairo.
Sahara.
Desert.
Mark Antony.
Cleopatra.
Not the king,
Queen. Pharaoh. Nefertiti.
the son of the king
Prince.
of the country.
Letter.
Pass.
Okay.
Sheet.
Papyrus.
Sun.
Ray. Ra.
Animal.
Camel. Pyramid.
Wet spot.
Oasis.
Mediterranean.
Red Sea.
Bin bin.
Sphinx.
Highly preserved bodies.
Mummification.
Short.
Canopic jars. Mummy.
Pass. Nile River.
Suez Canal.
Suez Canal.
Nile River.
Hieroglyphics.
Rosetta Stone.
Pass. Port Said.
Alexandria.
Fifi.
Belly dancing. Abdant.
Shorter.
Fifi abdant. Belly.
Other
Belly
exit.
dance.
Yeah.
Belly dancer.
Bible. That's
Exodus.
Actually, he was getting to the Book of the Dead, which is the book that they put in the coffin, the sarcophagus, to take them to the Valley of the Dead or the afterlife. You actually didn't get to the Prince of Egypt. It was the animation movie that we were going for. Great job, Boris. Anyway, you have the lead with 180 points. And now for our third category, let us welcome Mr. David Hwang onto our stage.
Hey, Eun-young, how are you?
All right, how are you?
I can't complain. It's always nice to be here on the Contender stage. It's a real close game, so I'm excited to go ahead and introduce this next section. But especially since you mentioned that Hot Dog had won the 7 rounds, less pressure, obviously, on both teams. So just want to remind you that Contenders is also about having fun. So being relaxed and having fun is a big part of this game. Just a quick reminder, okay? And without further ado, then I'm going to go ahead and introduce the rules to this next section, okay? This next section is a round of non-multiple choice questions. The first team to buzz in will get the first chance to answer. Now, if that team gets that question wrong, that chance will be given over to the other team, all right? Now, if neither of you can figure it out, we're going to help you out with the help of a spelling hint that comes up on the screen. And there's 15 questions in this section, 30 points per question, 5 seconds. Yeah, 30 points per question, 5 seconds to answer each one. Got it? All right.
So let's have question 1.
All right, question number 1 is about music. Debuting in 1997, this band recently announced a set of tour dates starting on March 21st in New York. This boy band that sang...
Boris.
Backstreet Boys.
Yes. And can I encourage you to buzz in quickly to go against your opponents? Let's have question 2.
I think we have the same Cody today. Yeah, we have the same kind of look going on.
I'm a Backstreet Boy fan.
Me too. No. Here we go. Question number 2 is about sports. India and Pakistan have agreed to run special trains carrying fans of this sport for the first test match. The match is expected to draw thousands across...
Boris.
Cricket.
Yes. And they are the most popular sports in India and Pakistan. Are you a cricket fan?
No, actually, I just saw it on TV last night about the match. So.
All right, so it was a good TV show for you.
Yeah.
We go to question 3.
And I really hope that that works out because, you know, there's some tension between India and Pakistan, as we know. And if sports can unite them, you know, so be it. That's definitely a good thing. And moving on, right? All right, question number 3 is about gadgets. A technology magazine said that this could be the most desirable gadget of 2005. It beats the iPod into second place in the top 10 essentials list. Several portable gadgets dominated the list, including Sharp's 902 3G mobile phone, the Pentax Optio SV digital camera, and Samsung's Yep YH999999 video jukebox. This is a handheld game console and a product of Sony.
Boris.
PlayStation. P2S.
Ken, it is your chance to answer. 5 seconds. Why don't we take a look at the hint? Boris.
PlayStation. Platinum.
Ken, 5 seconds. Ken?
PlayStation Portable.
Yes. The mini version. And we go to question 4.
Yes, question number 4 is about titles. 4 men were indicted on robbery and art theft charges for allegedly taking rare works, including a first edition of Charles Darwin's 1859 volume on natural selection. In this famous work, he first discussed his theory of evolution. What is the title of this?
Ken?
Origin of species.
Yes. Ken, it's good to see you on the board. And now why don't we move on to question 6?
All right, question number 6 is about animals. In Finland, where 20 to 30 dogs are killed each year by these animals, an electrified dog coat could soon be on sale. It is made to send 1,000 volts of electricity through this predatory animal when it bites into the outer layer of the coat, which is to be worn by a dog and is designed to ensure that the pet would feel no pain from the jolt. This is an ancestor of the domestic dog.
Kin.
Wolf.
Yes. And now the score is at Kin with 230 and Boris with 240. Very close. We move on to question 7.
All right, question number 7 is about countries. This country's government says it wants to make the country the green farm of Southeast Asia. It has just launched a campaign to promote organic farming. Rice.
Boris.
New Zealand.
And Kin, it is your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
All right. Rice, fish, timber, garments, and rubber are its major exports, but its tiny size compared to that of its neighbors, Thailand and Vietnam, means that this country must find a novel way to compete. What is this?
Kin, 5 seconds. Kin.
Cambodia.
Yes. And now, Kin, you have the lead with 260 points on the board. And even if I've given you the chance to answer, you still have to buzz in. We move on to question 8.
Yes. Question number 8 is about persons. This person recently stated that he will return to the ring this summer. But the 38-year-old who has been suffering from a knee problem has not yet named an opponent for his latest comeback fight. He was the youngest ever world heavyweight champion in 1986.
Boris.
Mike Tyson.
Yes, it is Mike Tyson. In 1986, he became the youngest. And are you a Tyson fan?
I love the guy.
Really? Despite
yeah.
the fact that he
He's
chewed
great.
off somebody's ear? Not really a big deal.
No.
All right. Boris, you've got the lead back again at 270. Kin, you're just 10 points behind. We move on to question 9.
All right, question number 9 is about archaeology. Several scientists said that they believe to have discovered one of the oldest skeletons of an early human ancestor. The bones were found just 60 kilometers from the site where this was discovered in 1974. It is thought to have given rise to the Homo line, which ended in modern humans. It was named in reference to the famous Beatles song "Blank in the Sky with Diamonds."
Boris.
Ruby.
Isn't it Lucy?
And the chance to answer goes over to Kin.
Lucy.
And you've got the lead again, Kin, with 20 points ahead of Boris. We move on to our next question.
All right, our next question, number 10, is about trades. African countries recently called on the U.S. to quickly phase out subsidies after the WTO ruled that they were illegal. The WTO said that the U.S. policy was inconsistent with the global agreement on this and that it should be brought into conformity with its obligations. This is a soft fiber that grows around the seeds of the...
Boris.
Cotton.
Yes. And Boris, you've got the lead again. It's going back and forth between the two teams. Remember, the points do count in this game, as you guys will be both going on to the final section. Let's have our next question.
All right, question number 11 is about cities. It is surely not the first time Michael Jackson's attire has raised eyebrows. This time it is the citizens of this city confused by his outfit worn for one of his court appearances. Mr. Jackson was seen wearing the Gold Medal of Honor for services to the city, despite having done nothing.
Kin.
Vienna.
Yes, it is Vienna. And Kin, you have the lead with 320 points versus Boris's 300. And let's move on to question 12.
Question 12 is about crimes. A man who believed he was on a mission from God to pray with Mel Gibson has been convicted of this. A jury found Zach Sinclair guilty of breaking a restraining order to stay away from Mr. Gibson and his family. This is following or observing a person persistently and...
Boris.
Stalking.
Yes. And the lead goes back to Boris, and let's have our next question now.
All right, seriously, back and forth. Question number 13 is about characters. Comedian and author Charlie Hinkson was recently given a license to write 5 new novels about this character's teenage exploits. He is not the first writer to continue the most famous fictional spy's adventures in print. After the original writer, Fleming's death in 1964, further novels were penned by Kingsley Amis, John Gardner, and Raymond Benson.
Boris.
James Bond, 007.
Yes. Increasing your lead, and we go to question 14.
All right, question number 14 is about history. In the UK, a waxwork model of this person recently underwent a cosmetic surgery to remove half of his right eyebrow. It was amended in time for this summer's bicentennial commemorations of the Battle of Trafalgar and his death. This Britain's greatest...
Kin.
Nelson?
Yes, it is Horatio Nelson. Great hero. And Kin, you're catching up. 350 versus Boris's 360. Let's see what happens with our next question.
All right,
Or
our
last.
last question is about internet. For many, this remains synonymous with the internet. It is a veteran company that managed to ride the dot-com wave and the subsequent crash. It has reached the grand old age of 10, and in internet years, that is a long time.
Boris.
No way. Microsoft is way older than
Yahoo.
Yeah, it is Yahoo. And with that, Boris team, you will be heading on to the final section with the lead, 390 points versus Kin's 350. It's still close, so we'll be right back after this with Kin and Boris teams. Teams. So since you guys lucked out by being the following teams after our 7-time winners, the hot dog team, you get to go on to the final section. And these are your points you begin with. Boris, you're in the lead with 390, and Kin, you are at 350. It's a very close game still. And in this final section, we'll be giving you 5 categories of questions, 5 questions each, ranked in difficulty 10 to 50 points. Now, what are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are March, March, Who's That Boy, World Citizens, Future Fuels, and Flower Power.
And why don't we go with March, March, 10 points. March is named after the Roman god of war and was considered a lucky time to begin a war. March was originally the first month of the Roman calendar. January 1 was only instituted as New Year's Day in France in 1564. This person's calendar reform... Kin.
Caesar?
Yes, Julius Caesar is famous for having said "et tu, Brute" to his friend. And Kim, you're gaining, and you get to choose.
March, March 20.
March, March, 20 points. In the proverbial phrase, mad as a March hare is a brown hare in the breeding season, noted for its leaping, boxing, and chasing in circles. In this tale, the main character hypothesizes the March hare will be much the most interesting, and perhaps as this is May, it won't be raving mad, at least not so mad as it was in March. This is a work of children's literature by Lewis Carroll. What is the title of this Lewis Carroll? Boris.
In Wonderland?
Yes, the full name being Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Yes, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. That's what we were going for. And Boris, you get to choose.
World Citizen for 10, please.
World Citizens for 10 points. Conceived as a means of bringing European citizens closer together, the European City of Culture was launched on June 13th, 1985. Since then, the initiative has been more and more successful amongst European citizens, with a growing cultural and socio-economic impact on the numerous visitors. The first European cities of culture was this city. Kin. Yes. Summer Olympics. And Kin, you are trailing by 40 points, and you get to choose.
World Citizens 20, please.
World Citizens, 20 points. This city has a larger Jewish population than any other city in the world. Approximately 1 million, or about 13%. Kin.
Jerusalem.
Boris, it's your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Or about 13% of the population are Jewish. The people of the city share a unique culture rooted in centuries of immigration and city life. As a result, its culture borrowed certain elements of Jewish culture, such as bagels. Abraham D. Beam was the first Jewish mayor, and the current mayor, Michael Bloomberg, is also of Jewish descent. What is this city, Boris? 5 seconds. Boris.
New York City.
Yes. And Boris, you get to choose.
World Citizen 300.
30.
30.
Okay, world citizens for 30 points. This is considered a major world city, exerting significant regional, national, and global influence. It is often described as the world's most multicultural city, with more than half of its population having immigrated from other countries. Boris.
Singapore.
Ken, your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. Every summer, the city even plays host to the largest street festivals in North America, known as the... Ken?
Los Angeles.
The chance to answer is open to both teams now, and I will finish the question. Known as the economic engine of Canada, this is Canada's... Ken?
Montreal.
And Boris, your chance to answer. I'll finish the question. This is Canada's largest city and the provincial capital of Ontario. What is this? Boris, 5 seconds. Boris.
Toronto.
Yes. And Boris, you get to choose.
World Citizens 40 points, please.
World citizens, 40 points. Seoul is Korea's capital city, which is over 600 years old. The number of foreign residents in Seoul as of the end of 2003 is about 1% of its total population. There are people of more than 90 different nationalities residing in Seoul, forming a small global village. The city logo brand Hi Seoul reflects the city's commitment to make Seoul one of the world's leading cities. The word is meant for a person who resides in Seoul, regardless of one's nationality. What is this? We call people living in Seoul this. Kin.
Seoulian.
Boris, 5 seconds. Boris.
Soulites?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You and I would be Soulites. And Boris, you choose.
Okay.
50.
Yeah, World Citizens 50.
All right, posing the category World Citizens, 50 points. One of the inventions that affected our cultures in the 20th century was the internet. Contact between cultures can result in diffusion or, on a grander, larger scale, acculturation. In May 2003, a newspaper called The Guardian printed a story indicating that this person did indeed live in Iraq and was a 29-year-old architect. He is a pseudonymous blogger from Iraq whose site Where is Raid received notable media attention during the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Who is this? Boris.
Saddam Hussein.
29-year-old.
Kin, 5 seconds.
29-year-old.
Okay. Boris.
Al-Zarqawi.
Kin, 5 seconds. And the name we were looking for, Salim Pax. And so why don't we go to Who's That Boy for 10 points?
All right, who's that boy? 10 points, right?
Yes.
Here we go. The main theme of the book is sound mind versus distorted conscience. But some literacy groups maintain that its frequent use of certain racially charged words implies that the book as a whole is racist. However, family values is one of the most important themes in the book. The name of this boy is a type of plant that bears...
Boris.
Huckleberry Finn?
Yes, it is the protagonist of Mark Twain's famous book, Adventures of Tom Sawyer is another book that he appears in. And what would you like to have next, Boris?
Who's that boy, 20?
Who's that boy? 20 points.
Who's that boy? Here we go. As a teenager, this person began experimenting with cross-dressing in a feminine style, often using long hair and makeup.
Boris.
Boy George.
Yes. He earned quite a bit of fame with his group, The Culture Club, and he had those famous songs, Karma Chameleon and Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? Your favorites at the time?
Sure. Yeah.
I hate to admit it, but that was my generation. That was my generation.
And Boris, you choose.
Who's that boy? 30.
Who's that boy? 30 points.
This film won the Grand Prix at the 2004 Cannes Film Festival. It is currently being remade in the US. The bare outlines of the plot are reminiscent of The Count of Monte Cristo, of which the director himself makes the homage explicitly at one point, but the movie diverges freely from its source. This is a 2003 Korean movie directed by Park Chan-wook.
Kin.
Old boy.
Yes, Park Chan-wook's movie. And are you a fan of the movie?
Actually, I didn't see that movie.
Ah, all right. Well, this is a suggestion for you to go to, right?
Yeah, sure.
And Kin, you choose.
40 points for Who's That Boy?
Who's that boy? 40 points.
This is a boy born in a workhouse who has no idea of his parents' identity. By an unlucky draw, he is chosen as a scapegoat by the other starving boys and is made to go and ask for an extra helping at a mealtime. As with most of Dickens's works, this is used to bring public's attention to the various contemporary social evils, including the workhouse, child labor, and the recruitment of children as criminals. What is the title of this?
Kin.
His Tom.
And Boris, 5 seconds.
Tiny Tim.
Boris?
Tiny Tim?
Remember Dickens? Charles Dickens is the writer of the book. Charles Dickens. Boris?
Oliver Twist.
Yes, Oliver Twist. I guess it was my rendition of May I Have Some More?
No,
that
that
just
was
didn't
excellent.
work.
I wish we would have caught the original on camera. Man, that was really good impersonation. I was impressed.
And Boris, you choose.
Okay, who's that boy? 50.
Closing the category. Who is that boy for 50 points?
All right. In astronomy, this is an asteroid whose orbit is within 30 million kilometers of the Sun, closer than any other orbiting object. In Greek mythology, this boy was submerged in the blue waters of the sea.
Kin.
Mercury?
Boris, your chance to answer. He'll finish the question.
Which from thenceforth was called by his name. He is the son of Daedalus, a most skillful artificer. He drowned in the sea while attempting to escape from Crete after the sun melted his wings of wax and feathers. Who is this?
Boris, 5 seconds. Boris,
Adrian.
No.
famous for the melted wings of wax. You know, we think of broken dreams when we think we don't want to be like this character. Daedalus' son. And hence we named Kin.
Apollo.
Boris, 5 seconds. And the tragic boy is Icarus. Icarus and his melting wings. Why don't we go with future fuels for 10 points?
All right, future fuels, here we go. Last January, a trial of 3 zero-emissions buses on routes in this city was a success. It is hoped that the trial will find out whether the expensive fuel cell technology can become more efficient. The city is one of the 9 European cities participating in the 2-year trial as part of a scheme to reduce pollution. This city's famous red double-decker is replaced by the new generation of buses.
Boris.
London.
Yes. And Boris, you choose.
Okay, future fuels 20.
Future fuels, 20 points.
The dry manure of animals has also been used as fuel throughout history. It was used for many other purposes, such as in cooking fires and to combat the cold desert nights. It is also something that gets out eco-friendly messages to a lot of people. Visitors to Australia will soon be able to buy a new souvenir, paper made from this animal's manure. about 400 A4 sheets of paper can be made from 25 kilograms of manure. What is this animal?
Boris.
Kangaroo.
Yeah. Tasmanian paper from Roo-Koo. But when you consider it's only 400 sheets of A4 for 25 kilograms of manure, that's a lot of manure in 400 sheets, isn't it?
And it gives another definition to paper maker. You know, could you imagine?
Yes.
Paper
And
maker.
Boris, you choose.
Future Fuels, 30.
Future Fuels, 30 points, please.
All right. The robot is a dramatic example of the marriage of biotechnology with nanotechnology. In nanotechnology, researchers often turn to the natural world for inspiration. The devices were formed by growing rat cells on microscopic silicon chips. Tiny robots are powered by this living form of tissue. It is used to move parts of the body as well as to move substances within the body. This is one...
Ken.
Blood cells?
Boris, your chance to answer. You'll finish the question.
This is one of the 4 major tissue types. What is this?
Boris, 5 seconds. Boris,
Cartilage.
we're looking for one of the 4 major tissue types, and this is what is used to move your body. Boris.
Muscle.
Yes. Of course. And Boris, you choose.
Future Fuels, 40.
Future Fuels, 40 points.
All right. This has 0 greenhouse emissions when burned in the novel car engines now under development.
Ken.
Methane?
And Boris, your chance to answer. You'll finish the question.
However, being a gas, it is expensive to compress or liquefy. If and when its storage difficulties are overcome, this is likely to be used in fuel cells, which convert the chemical energy contained in the gas into electrical energy that can drive a car. The major motor manufacturers already have this technology built into their concept vehicles. What is this?
Boris?
Hydrogen.
Yes. It is one of the concept vehicles. And Boris, you get to choose.
Future Fuels, 50 points.
Closing the category Future Fuels, 50 points.
Last question of the section. Nokia dropped plans to develop mobile phones with fuel cells. A fuel cell can be refilled like a lighter rather than charged. It would also allow longer talk and standby times and increased power for power-hungry applications such as video. The fuel cell combines this with air to produce power, but air transportation rules prohibit the carrying of this flammable chemical compound on an aircraft without special packaging. What is this?
So Nokia said it wouldn't produce phones with this kind of fuel cell. And we're looking for the chemical compound, which is not supposed to be taken on aircraft without special packaging. Ken.
Hydrogen?
Boris.
Methanol. Methane.
Yes, methyl alcohol, wood alcohol would be 2 other acceptable answers. And Boris, you get to choose.
March for 30.
March, 30 points. The Irish calendar follows the seasons of the ancient Celts, who are pre-Christian in origin. This is particularly evident in the Irish naming of many of the months. March is called Marta and is the middle month of spring. This day is celebrated worldwide by the Irish and those of Irish descent. Boris.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, it is. One of the public holidays in the Republic of Ireland. It is March 17th. And Boris, you choose.
March 40, please.
March, 40 points. The light blue of this fine beryl is highly sought after by many people. The different shades of it are distinguished by their own promising names. Santa Maria is the name for the rare, intensely deep blue ones found in the Santa Maria de Itabira mine in Brazil. And they are found to bound to cause excitement among gemstone lovers in general. This gemstone quality blue beryl, Boris.
Aquamarine. Okay.
It is the aquamarine. The blue beryl. Yes, wonderful. And you get to choose, Boris.
Close out the category March for 50, please.
March, 50 points. The Saxons called March Red Monat for their goddess Redam, and the ancient Britons called it Hild Monath, meaning loud or stormy. Historical names for March include the Saxon term Lengsmonat, named for this, and eventual lengthening of days and the namesake of Lent. In astronomy, this is defined, Boris.
Mars?
Kin, your chance to answer, I'll finish the question. In astronomy, this is defined as the moment when the sun reaches one of the two intersections between the ecliptic and the celestial equator. What is this? Kin, 5 seconds. Kin.
Equinox.
Yes, it is equinox. The word equinox comes from the Latin word for equal night. And Kin, you get to choose.
Flower power for 10 points, please.
Flower power, 10 points.
Hello, Contenders. My name is Wang Kyung-hee. Flowers can be the easiest form of beauty in nature we can keep in our everyday lives. Perhaps most of its existence is about providing beauty for the eye of the beholder. But flowers have other interesting aspects than just being beautiful. Let's see what they are. Flowers often appear in poems and other forms of literature, especially when it has to do with love. Listen to the following and guess what flower fits into the blank. Or with some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a blank. By any other name would smell as sweet.
Boris.
Rose?
Yes. As Juliet says to Romeo. And Boris, you choose.
50, please.
Flower power for 50 points.
Did you know that there is a floral language? Certain flowers convey a certain message. Different colors of this flower means different things. Yellow means lightly or ignore love. Red, I love you, and white means truth. This is a plant with bright colors, globe-shaped flowers, and
Kin.
Tulip.
Boris, your chance to answer. She'll finish the question.
densely clustered petals. Tea made with this flower clears up your eyes and head, so it is good for students or office workers. What is this flower?
Boris.
Carnation?
We are looking for the flower from which we make tea, and it's actually one of those hardy flowers that even really bad gardeners like me can grow. And what's interesting is that in Korea, we actually use white ones of these flowers to show respect to those who have passed on. Kin.
Lily?
Boris, 5 seconds. Boris.
Chrysanthemum?
Yes, it is the chrysanthemum. The carnation, by the way, is used in Korea to show a sign of respect to parents on Parents' Day. So you put a carnation on your mom or dad. And Boris, you choose.
40 points.
Flower power, 40 points.
According to the Roman myth, when Juno, the queen of the gods of goddess of marriage, was nursing her son Hercules, excess milk fell from the sky. Part of it stayed in the heavens, creating the Milky Way, and part of it fell to earth, creating these flowers. That's why in Rome, these flowers were known as Juno's rose. Tulips and daffodils are all included in the family of these various colored, open trumpet-shaped flower. What is this?
So it was Juno, or Hera, who was feeding her son Hercules. And so when her excess milk fell to the skies, part of it was the Milky Way, and part of it created these flowers. These are flowers that we often celebrate for being very hardy. They're common. You would know them by name. We actually have women's names. It's a trumpet-shaped flower. Kin.
Lily? Lily.
Yes, it is lily. And of the two, which would you like to have, Kin?
All right.
30, please.
All right. Flower power for 30 points.
Clytie was a nymph who loved Helios, the god of the sun, but he scorned her in favor of another god called Leucotho. In a fit of jealousy, Clytie told the affair to the Leucotho's father, King Ochamus of Persia, who then buried his daughter alive as a punishment. Helios hated Clytie even more, and poor Clytie wasted away and became this, whose head turns in different directions from morning to night. What is this flower?
Kin.
Sunflower.
Yes. So poor Clytie was turned to the sunflower. And Kin, we have one left on the board, and so we
I
have
guess
flower
so.
power, 20 points.
Flower power is the idea that universal peace and love should replace the materialism and militarism, an ideal advocated by some young people in the 1960s and 1970s. Flower power is often represented by the movement of these people. These people rejected accepted social and political value and proclaimed a belief in universal peace and love. They often dressed unconventionally, lived communally, and used psychedelic drugs. What is this kind of person?
And this kind of person is? Boris.
Hippie. Hippies.
Yes, it is the hippie. And with that, Boris team, congratulations. You have won one game. Congratulations.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
And Kin, you said you wanted to come out here and add us to your adventures, or your many adventures during
Yeah,
youth.
we had many entries indeed. And we had a lot
Did you
of
enjoy
fun.
your time here?
Sure,
Yeah,
of
sure.
course.
What would you like to say to your supporters at home?
We're in the air. And yeah, have fun.
Okay, well,
yeah.
thank you so much, Kin, for coming out and joining us today. And now, Boris, you have one win under your belt. It means you have tickets to Jeju Island. Are you satisfied?
More than satisfied.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very happy to have won. Are you coming back next week?
Sure.
All right, congratulations again, Boris team. And with that, the Boris team has one win under the belt. We'll see them again next week. Join us then. Bye-bye.